Welcome to the Around the Block podcast presented by PrepVolleyball.com. We're your hosts, Jimmy Pompeo and Sam Heyman, here to give you the inside scoop on all things prep. Welcome back to Around the Block.
What do you do, baby?
We got a special shorty edition for you because it's the holiday season.
The holiday season.
Do and dickory dock. Yeah, it's award season. So we are open for biz. Nominations are open. We're going to walk you guys through some of our awards that we release every year. So it's going to be a little shorty of an episode. But it's going to be a goodie. A shorty but a goodie.
Yep, and a bit of call to action, so we get the information out and let everybody know that nominations from coaches and official team representatives are open.
Ding ding, open for biz. So, first things first. We're going to talk about the Fall Stars a little bit. So, yes. Sam, why don't you kind of give us a quick little breakdown of what the Fall Stars are? We've been doing it for a couple of years now.
We have been, but before we get to Fall Stars, let's make sure that everybody knows to use promo code podcast for 25% off your new Prep Volleyball subscription.
Put that down your stocking
and stuff it.
It's the holiday season. I don't know why I got that song stuck in my head.
Because Andy Williams is a treasure.
Dude, I tell you, and at the time of recording, I don't even think it's December yet, but no. I get into it so much.
Yeah, we're almost Thanksgiving. So,
I'm dreaming of awards season. So, yes, no housekeeping, no X-Files. We're just getting right into the nitty gritty.
Yeah, we're going to just kind of outline the awards that we've got coming up. And like we said before, just, let everybody know that it's time to start getting those nominations in. We've sent out some communications about that, and we will continue to do so over the next few weeks. But we're starting with Fall Stars, and Fall Stars is really, it's a nomination-based award that we open up and allow coaches and team representatives to reach out to us and give us some insider scoops on some of the players that maybe didn't hit the national radar, but were major contributors for their program and their successes over the past year. So that one runs class by class. So we include everybody down to the, from the freshmen to the seniors, and we kind of let everybody have a chance to be recognized for the contributions that they made this year. So that's the big kind of part about the Fall Stars. Is there anything else that I missed with that one there?
No, not really. Like, the way I like to look at Fall Stars is it's for those little pockets of talent, that they may be, operating in those areas that don't get a lot of light when it comes to the volleyball world. Those smaller states that, they're highly competitive in their area, but, you throw them in one of these national level tournaments and we don't know how they would do. They don't really compete on that level, but still deserve that recognition,
Yes.
There's ballers everywhere.
There are. So if you coach athletes that are in the mix for All-American, All-Region, they probably don't belong in this group. Those are, the All-Region, All-American athletes. We kind of know a little bit more about who they are. We've had a chance to cover them, and they'll be highlighted in other award features that we have coming down the line as well. So again, these are for some of the unsung heroes. These are for some of our contributors that maybe don't get as much of a shine as some of their other teammates do within their team, within their region. So it's definitely something a little bit more geared for those type of athletes.
Yeah, it's for like the smaller market.
Sure.
No group for you. All right, let's move on. So we have the next one is going to be our All-Region, which this year we've actually folded the All-Region nominations into the All-American form to save coaches time when they're filling it out. because rather than trying to nominate the player for the same award twice, we've folded it into one, making it much more efficient, a little time saving as well. But that, all region, if you've been following us for a while, we've been doing regional awards, regional rankings, regional player rankings. It's a great award, the all region award, because again, there's levels to this. So those fall stars might be playing in those smaller pockets that don't get as much attention. The all region, you're highly competitive amongst your geographic region. So you may not be that all American caliber, but that doesn't mean you're not extremely talented. You don't deserve recognition.
Very true. Very true. Like there's a place for almost everyone to play, and there's a place to recognize just about everybody who's in the mix. So we're trying to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've streamlined the nomination process for all region and all American. So realistically, we probably don't want to be seeing the same names on both forms. Is that right?
That's correct. And you won't, because when you have a player that you want to nominate for both, they will be automatically considered for all region if you check the box for all American.
It's fantastic.
So if you think they're kind of an in-betweener, or you think they had an outstanding season, but maybe they didn't play a bunch of nationally ranked teams, but they have ridiculous numbers, still nominate them for all American. And they may be, they might be a top tier all region player rather than, an honorable mention all American. And that's pretty good too.
Certainly is.
And new this year as well, if you want to nominate a player for National Player of the Year and a setter for the Andy Collins Award, you can also do that in the same nomination form.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're really dialing it up this year. I like it.
Yeah, I figure like we always get a ton of nominations, and I feel like coaches don't want to fill out a form 3 times for the same player. We don't want to read a form the same time 3 times for the same player. So why not kind of condense everything down, make it a little bit easier for everybody?
Makes sense to my reptilian brain.
Yeah. And then Sam, why don't you give us a little bit of, you're kind of in charge of our Andy Collins Award.
I've had a chance to do the feature for the last few years. It's a cool memorial award that we have been running for a number of years in memory of a late setter for Modern Day High School, if I'm not mistaken, Andy Collins, who was on track to be one of the, as far as I have been able to ascertain, she was one of the top setting prospects in the early 2000s that was on track to be highly recruited and have a presumably a terrific collegiate career. And unfortunately, her time here with us was cut short by a tough bout with cancer. And so our group has named the Andy Collins Award for the nation's most outstanding senior setter. And that's been given out very routinely since I believe it was 2003 was the first year.
I think so. Very long time.
Yeah. Wow. It's been a while. So it's a fantastic award to remember somebody who was very influential in her community with her teams, and from all accounts really touched everyone around her, with just her personality, her camaraderie, and teamsmanship. That's the one I was looking for. Thank you. And so we've that's another award that you'll have a chance to nominate your senior. Again, this is very specific to senior setters, seniors only. So that's the big one. That's kind of our crescendo. That's the one that we sort of end the award season with. So that's one to keep an eye out for as well, and to make sure that if you have a highly influential signal caller on your team, to nominate them for the award.
Yes, sir. And that brings us to the All-Americans, which is the pinnacle of high school volleyball awards. reserved for those players who have stood out and risen above the rest of the competition, whether it's statistical impact, whether it's team success, but it's on a national level.
Yeah.
So you're competing amongst the best teams in the country, and you're giving them the beans.
Giving them the beans and getting the results and, projecting to be an impactful contributor at the next level as well.
Yeah. So for us, our All-Americans are, I would say it's a great culmination of a combination of what other places do, which is we look over the statistics for the season, but we also take a more in-depth look at how competitive the area is that the player is coming from, how many matches that team plays in a year. It's kind of all encompassing. So we don't rely strictly on statistics to kind of pick out our All-Americans. Plus, we've saw a ton of highly talented players this year, so they do have to pass the eye test as well.
Absolutely. Makes
And
sense. All Americans kind of feel like people know what All Americans are, but it's nice to have the depth and to know the criteria of what, the selectors are looking at when making their decisions. Excuse me for picking at my eyes. Oh,
sleepy boy.
Oh, I don't know. My contacts are attacking me.
Only 25 more sleeps till Christmas.
Oh, I think it's more than that, but
maybe. I don't know. Once I get into it, I can't stop. It's like a sickness.
Yeah, it's you got the holiday season about you. It's not a bad thing.
I've been diagnosed with holiday spirit.
Oh.
Which there is no cure for.
So. Oh, well, it's nice to get into it.
Yeah.
And then we've got our player of the year, our coach of the year, and our team of the year awards, which pretty self-explanatory there. But we'll pick out our player of the year for each graduating class. If I'm not mistaken, that's how we've split that up in the past. We've had some really great selections over the last few years. Any chance we'll see any repeat nominees, any repeat award winners this year?
I mean, it's always a possibility. For Podies and Codies and Toadies, which I love. I love calling them that. It's so fun to say.
Abbreviations are great.
Yeah. Podies, Toadies, Codies.
And then we don't do any nomination forms for those awards, if I'm not mistaken.
No. So national coach of the year, national team of the year, national player of the year per class, we don't do nominations for. We select them on our own, although obviously those coaches who want to submit players with supporting information is always appreciated.
Sure.
I got to tell you.
Tell me.
I've been thinking for a few weeks now how hard it's going to be to pick a team of the year.
Yeah, this year definitely seems like it's going to be a little bit less of a open and shut case as it has been in the past few years.
And I've been struggling internally because I can see a case for so many teams, whether it's like Modern Day or Prestonwood Christian,
sure,
or Ron Colley from Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that's been like
picking at you.
Those are the main ones that have been on my mind, and Byron Nelson, obviously.
Yeah, big year for them so far.
But I just, in years past, there's been almost like a clear cut, like front runner. Sure. But this year it's so wide open that it's gonna be a really tough decision.
Yep. We'll have to get into the matrix, sort it out, but we'll get it done.
I know Kung Fu.
Show me.
Oh my goodness, we are so silly today. But yeah, that's our main little breakdown of award season. We do things a little bit later than a lot of other places as well, because we like to be extremely thorough with our selections.
We also have a lot of other stuff on our plate too. So
we do. We've got the top 100 high school teams, which should be out, I think, the week that this comes out.
Okay.
But we also have we got to focus on regional player rankings, national player rankings. Like, this is the most wonderful time of the year, and it's also like our busiest time of the year.
It's true. Very true.
Cut us some slack. Leave us some cookies and milk, will you?
Oh, cookies and milk. Sounds great.
Oh man, now I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I just saw the new lineup for the crumble cookies, and I
Oh,
gotta, bro. I had those for the first time a couple of months ago while I was covering an event, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure how anybody eats those and doesn't just instantly acquire type 2 diabetes.
it's like if a cookie and a cake had a baby, but that baby was like
Just
born
sugar.
massive.
Just sugar. It's just
Yeah.
sugar. It's amazing. I did have, I think it must have been around Halloween because they had this like Beetlejuice like cake,
Oh,
double decker cake. I was like, this isn't a cookie, but I want it. And then you are probably better off not looking at the food nutrition facts because they will give you buyer's remorse if the tummy ache that you got doesn't do that already. So
worth it.
it's a fun treat.
It is.
It's
Crumbles, like we have a couple by us, but it's like it's a sometimes snack. You know, you can't just be hammering crumble cookies every week.
Oh, who has them? Who has the insulin? Who has the money? That's what I want to know. I mean, they're good, but my goodness gracious, it's like $20 for 4 cookies.
$20.
And then you're like, oh, a serving size is a quarter of a cookie. Who eats a quarter of a cookie? What are we talking about out here?
I tell you,
Anyway.
that's a pet peeve. Just eat the whole dang thing.
Just commit. I mean, I'm not gonna tell. We're not a health show, obviously. All this to say, award nominations.
Yeah. Hey, I got this new place by me, by the way. It's all bunt cakes.
Oh,
Mini
yeah,
bunt cakes.
Yeah, nothing but cakes.
Bunt cakes.
Yeah.
Genius name.
Yeah, it's
genius
great.
marketing.
Yeah.
Have not been there yet. I really want to try it though.
Oh, they slap. So when I was coaching in New York, upstate, at Hamilton College, we had one in the bigger town that was nearby, and it was fantastic. It's a similar idea. They're gonna have a lot of rotating flavors. You know, some that are filled with like jellies and jams and other fun things.
You know, various jellies and jams.
Bro, I will tell you what, this like the new wave of bakeries that's coming in, and they're doing like specialized stuff where it's like, hey, like that's cool, you like cookies. We don't care. We have we have these little cakes. I'm kind of into it. Because yeah, well, it's like there's the specificity for like what you want, and I don't know about you, but sometimes I'm like, I really want a thing, but I want this specific thing. Like it's not like a general, like, you know, like, oh, I want something salty. Oh, I want something sweet or whatever. But like occasionally it's like, no, I want like a Boston cream donut, and it needs to be from this place, and it needs to taste this way and have this texture.
Dude, I can tell you 2 things. So let me give you a little bit of the background first. Rachel and I made an agreement not to have sugar until Thanksgiving.
Oh, very nice.
So I just am always wanting to murder someone.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, I don't know, man. I love sweets. So I have 2 things in my mind at all times that I really, really want. And it's the most random things ever. Cause like normally I'd be like, yeah, let's get some chocolate chip cookies, or let's go get XY. Tortuga rum cake, which you can really only get at like the airport and any like Caribbean places for some reason. Like Florida.
I don't even know what that is.
Tortuga is the brand.
Yeah.
They make these delicious rum cakes, and you can get them in parts of Florida, like St. Augustine or like the Keys, stuff like that. Or if you go out to like the Caribbean where they make all that delicious rum. But like I have had this strangest hankering for a Tortuga brand rum cake for like days now. I'm just like daydreaming about it.
Huh. That's I don't think I've ever even seen one of those. So that's an interesting thing to have a craving for
it is really strange because like maybe once a year, if I'm lucky, I get one.
Okay.
The other thing is the Cinnabon balls from Taco Bell that they do.
Oh, I have. Are those like? Do they have like the icing inside of
on
them?
the inside.
Yeah,
Yes,
I haven't had those, but I've heard people really like them.
they're phenomenal and they're
Yeah.
not crazy expensive.
Oh.
I have a Taco Bell so close to my house and I'm not allowed to have sugar right now. And I'm just like, oh, it's right there.
Um, I know where that Taco Bell is too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um, well, it's like the fall Lenten season right now for you guys.
It
How
is
long ago did you start that?
beginning of November, I believe.
Oh, okay. So it's been a few weeks.
It has been about 3 weeks.
Yeah. So then,
The first few days were tough,
yeah,
and then you know what? I'm trying to remember exactly. We were going to start before Halloween, and I was like, we can't do that. We
that's a
can't stop.
fool's. That is a fool's errand.
It is the
Ah,
fool's errand.
that's funny. It's an admirable undertaking, though, I will say.
It is. So the only like cheap thing I get is peanut butter. That's like the only thing. And like nobody's eaten more than like a spoonful of peanut butter. So it kind of works out.
Well, I mean, and your peanut butter shouldn't have sugar in it anyway.
So my wife does almond butter. She likes
Oh,
the
okay.
almond butter. My only
Okay.
issue with like the natural peanut butters and almond butters is it's at some point it settles and it's so thick and chunky on the bottom and then the oil kind of rises to the top.
Turn it upside down.
Just leave it
Yeah,
upside down
store
all
it
the
upside-
time.
Yeah, so store it on the lid, and then when you turn it back over, like you're still gonna have to mix it a little bit, but gravity will take over in a little. And
'Cause it's
then,
been like thick, dude.
oh, I know, but you like if you have the sedimenty stuff or whatever on the lid on the top, when you turn it over, then gravity
Just goes
does its thing.
pops right down.
Yeah, that's what I do. I don't know if there's necessarily like a real trick to that. But
I wonder
yeah,
if
yeah,
you know
that's what
those
I do.
those little wands that people buy to like froth their coffee and make lattes and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if that would work on super thick peanut butter. It would just snap right off.
Yeah, I don't think that little wire thing, whatever that, I don't think so. Yeah, no, I don't. I think you'd probably be better off getting like the cake beaters.
Oh yeah, yeah, but
like
I can't fit that in a jar of peanut butter.
But maybe if you like found one that did like one.
Yeah, let me go out of my way to buy a singular beater.
No,
I'll have one beater, please.
No, you ding dong. Like you just take one
hang
of
one
the
over
thing.
the edge.
No, you just take it out.
Take the peanut butter out. Oh, wait,
so-
does it still run if you have one in and not the other?
I'm just saying.
I don't
like,
think it does.
does it not?
I
Oh,
don't know. And maybe it's like a safety mechanism.
that would make sense. I don't know. I would have to take a look and see. Maybe the new. I mean, I feel like you should be able to.
I don't know. I'm gonna start by flipping the peanut butter upside down though.
Oh no,
You have to do that.
that's a professional move. You have to do that.
Yeah. Just wait till my wife finds out. She thinks she's so cool because she shops organic and goes to Whole Foods and gets not delicious, regular plain old nut butters.
Yeah. I mean, you could always you could also go to the part I think Whole Foods has where you can like grind your own.
So I used to do that when the Whole Foods by us first opened because you can make your own honey roasted peanut butter and it was phenomenal. Don't know where the honey roasted peanut butter went. Because they don't have that anymore. It's just regular plain nuts.
I wonder if it's in like do they have a bulk section like Sprouts does? Where you can get like
bulk bulk nuts.
Yeah, nuts and seeds and grains and stuff like that.
Yes, they have the pull down levery ones where you can get it by the pound.
Yeah, so maybe they're in there.
Dude, we spend so much time at Whole Foods now because my wife's been like trying to eat so much cleaner, and it's been great. Like we feel better, we feel healthier. We're still cooking delicious foods. It just doesn't have chemicals and preservatives and all that microplastics and all that nonsense.
No, that's good. Got to watch out for Whole Foods though. They got a lot of bioengineered ingredients in their stuff.
So I was reading about what it means to be bioengineered in terms of ingredients. And
this is all going to have to get cut out.
We're going to leave this in because this is important for people. This is our holiday gift to them, this knowledge. Okay. I think there's a misconception about what bioengineered truly means.
Oh, all right. Well, teach me.
So people see bioengineered on a label and they think it's automatically a negative thing that is not good for you. But if you really think about it, broccoli is a bioengineered food.
It's a hybridized vegetable, yeah.
Right. Corn, the corn that everybody eats, if you eat corn, is not actual corn. It's another hybridized seed, which would be bioengineered.
Yeah, probably. Well, I think isn't the difference. It's like this was like selectively bred out. Like we crossbred this breed of corn with this breed of corn, and we got this corn, and we took that corn and we did. So it's like
Exactly.
so is it that over a long period of time to generate like results, or is it, hey, we took this corn kernel and we went into its molecular structure and we removed DNA from it, and then we grew it and then grew it and then grew it and then grew it, and the things we took out were like things that actually make it healthy and not like a piece of plastic.
Well, to be fair,
I don't know.
corn is not healthy. It does nothing for you.
Well, it does some things for you.
It does, and it's delicious. I love corn. It's one of my favorite vegetables, but it's like one of the least nutrient vegetables.
It's one of my favorite snacks. I make popcorn all the time.
I'm just cobbing corn on the cob all the time as a snack. You know, you want to watch a holiday. You know, not me, man. I'm different. I like to sit back and watch a holiday movie with some nice corn on the cob.
Yeah, I don't even cook it.
Oh my God. What are we doing?
Nah, popcorn's the best though. Like I got one of those air poppers, like the old school ones, because it's like, I mean, making it on the stove is great, but it just takes so much more time.
It does.
That air popper is great. I use it almost every single night. It's like if I want something salty, like a snack
or sweet, they have like the kettle corn ones. You don't like the sweet kettle corn? What about caramel corn?
Sometimes, but mostly no. Like when I like popcorn, I want it buttery salty. That's
buttery
it.
Salty.
Yeah. Or if I'm feeling really fancy, or I didn't go get butter because I forgot. I like using olive oil, and I'll use some seasoning salt from the Crazy Janes.
Ooh-wee, I like that. This has turned from an awards podcast into a snack podcast.
We're awarding the listeners with good snack takes.
I hope you're all writing this down because this is gold. This is gold right here.
Please don't let us be giving these away for free and nobody else using them. Yeah. So I don't know. I've heard some folks like to do it this way too, but like I'll take some good olive oil, toss the popcorn in there, and then use some seasoning salt. It's usually got like garlic and some herbs and stuff in there, so it's nice and
you get that savory umami.
Oh, watch out! I've seen some folks be doing some fun stuff with popcorn though. I'm gonna have to. The one I saw yesterday was wild, but you need to do it on the stovetop. So you make bacon, and then you pop the popcorn in the bacon grease. Have you seen that one?
I haven't tried it, but it sounds like it would be delicious.
Sounds mind blowing. And then I saw somebody do one the other day with they pan fried pepperoni. Did you see that one?
I think I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they kind of made like, I don't know, like pepperoni popcorn pepperoni pizza thing.
That one I think would throw me off though.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that one, just because like having the okay, so do you like, you know how some people like to go to the movies and put like raisinets or something like chocolatey in their popcorn, like M&Ms in their popcorn?
Yeah, they like the sweet salty combo.
Yeah. I imagine that it would almost be too much, like it's like an overload of the oily salty. I don't know. I'm not so sure about that pepperoni one though.
Yeah, that's a little iffy.
The bacon one I'm fully on board with and need to try immediately.
Well, 'tis the season, my friend.
I guess I gotta go get some bacon.
Get some bacon, making bacon pancakes. Now I'm on another level today, I tell you.
Yeah, it's just you're getting all the catchy songs.
I am. That's what happens during the holiday season though, because they play every place you go, they're playing holiday music. Every commercial on TV has some kind of jingly holiday stuff in the background.
Oh yeah, it's true.
And it's infectious. You can't help but get into it.
Get into the holiday season by nominating your athletes for Fall Stars, All Region, All American. And if you have a setter that was particularly outstanding throughout their career, go ahead and nominate them for the Andy Collins Award.
Yeah, it's what's on their Christmas list.
Oh, it is. Who doesn't love getting an award for the holidays?
Yeah, plus you can share the joy by using promo code podcast for 25% off a new subscription. And anybody can do it.
Go on, do that.
Go and do that. Do that. Go. See, now we're getting into the movies. We can't do this. You know what?
No,
We got to end it. It's it.
What? You want to go down the rabbit hole of Major Pain?
I just saw an Amazon van driving with the door open.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. No, I mean
It's the season.
the UPS guys do it. The FedEx guys do it. Why can't Amazon get in on the mix?
I don't know. It just seems like packages will be flying everywhere.
I think it's going to deliveries are going to start taking a little bit of time to get out.
Is it because it's the holiday season? Dickory docks, scroopy doops. I am out of my mind. I am literally insane.
That's we're putting in the work for everybody this holiday season.
I'm being overtaken by the holiday spirit.
Good thing.
I think my heart might grow 10 sizes, which would be extremely unhealthy for a regular person.
I think that the Grinch was an anomaly because people wanted that, and then they were like, "Oh no, that's actually like a condition. We don't want that."
His heart grew 10 sizes that day, so they took him to the hospital in Whoville.
They found out he had a rare congenital heart defect that they never found because they shunned him to the mountains.
It actually is what turned him green and hairy.
Oh no!
I think we just rewrote the Grinch to be more realistic.
How the Grinch found out he had
a heart condition,
heart failure.
That's sad. Well, he also eats garbage all day.
His diet could do a little better. And the way you want to talk about somebody going after sweets, like holy smokes, he went after the sweets in that movie too, pretty hard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But he also stole the roast beast and the last can of Who Hash.
Yeah, that's true. But I think that was spiteful. I don't think he was trying to eat that.
Red meat, man.
Hey, I'm about it. I got to do some cooking tonight myself.
I got that top round roast beef. Got to put that in the oven.
Nice.
Well, this has been a short and fun episode just to get you guys some knowledge about award season. And it has taken so many turns.
Get those nomination forms in. We want to recognize everybody we can, and we obviously don't get a chance to see everybody. So especially for the fall stars and stuff like that, those nomination based awards, those are the ones that really help us out a lot, and also help out your local teams and and athletes. So get those in ASAP.
Yes, and then in the winter we can build a snowman
and pretend that he's Parson Brown.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
I can't. I'm gonna get them stuck in my head all day.
So let's not do that. We're good.
At least it's not Marshmallow World, which is the worst Christmas song ever written.
I don't know that one.
Good.
Don't do it.
Don't look it up. I'm not gonna sing it to you because once you hear it, you'll never unhear it, and then every time you'll hear it, you'll hate it.
I gotta send you the one that I forgot about. I'll send that to you offline. It is not a song for everybody.
All right, sounds good.
But
on that note, Stan, send us off.
Be good to everybody, folks.
And happy balloons. I love the balloons.
It's nice when they come up.
All right.
Peace out, gang.
Holly jolly, everybody.